Hey guys, we are kicking things off with Dearborn Music, where I was able to speak with someone about jazz. I wasn't able to capture the entire interview, but from what I was able to get, I hope you all enjoy and stay tuned for some more content ahead. You take care. Bye now.
Part of it you learn from listening, and then part of you learn from listening with other people.
Mm-hmm.
You learn from it's like everything else. And so when you really understand what was going on, and just in terms of their lives that they live, and who were these men that when you think about it, many of them served in the military because of bands in the military.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Many of them were trained, like study classical music or trained through their high school music, which that's gone really. In It's not as like it was. Bands, like every school had a band back then. Now that's not the case, and so these are men, and they were disenfranchised people. I mean, what black man could be a Pullman porter, working a plant. Wasn't nothing for him. So
Mm-hmm.
even though, like, the way we judge things now is, well, Beyonce got $2 billion, so and so got the money they make, which is okay. It doesn't indicate greatness. It just indicates wealth, popularity. These guys played for the love of the music. Miles made a lot of money. Coltrane was financially successful at the end of his life, but most of their plan was just like sweat equity. They could make enough money to take care of themselves, but they weren't wealthy. So they sacrificed everything, but they loved the music.
Hmm.
And so, and even like what happened in terms of the venues that they performed in, a lot of those places are mostly gone. But there's a deeper tradition, uh, African tradition, but a larger community tradition as well. And you know how people from Africa descent do is we have never. It's part of the reason why parts of Africa were colonized because we welcome outsiders. We've never. That's who we are, and people of color tend to do that. Where other people of European persuasion want to colonize. They come to North America, they see Native people. Oh man, they see opportunity. So them people are savages. We gotta give them some religion or whatever. That's not how black and brown people operate. So it goes into music where Sly Stone had a multiracial band. Uh, Miles had Bill Evans playing the piano. Got this white boy playing, but Miles could hear the music. So there's a truth in that. There's an honesty. It wasn't about excluding. It wasn't just. It's a black thing because black people created it, but they didn't isolate themselves when they performed music.
It's interesting that you talk about inclusivity because on my show, I feature a lot of like worldly jazz.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't realize that there was such a huge subsection within the
Mm-hmm.
Japanese
Oh,
culture.
let me tell you something. And in terms of also in equipment and recording, they love and respect art and the artist and the music. And I tell you, Japan probably has more gear, more turntables, more. I mean, yeah, they're all in. They're all
Hmm.
in.
And then also uh, to be exposed to like I'm trying to think of the lady's name that I play. I think it's Sabrina. But there's a whole Latin community as
Hmm.
well.
Oh yeah, Latin
It,
jazz. Well, because the ships went to Brazil, Barbados. They went. Those ships we went all over, and so
mhm.
yeah, because those things primarily are part of West African tradition.
Mm.
I mean, enslaved people performed music in theatrical plays on slave ships. I mean, this goes.
So in other words, it has a root, but it all stems in there's adaptations
Yes,
that
and that's
permeates.
really what that tradition has been,
Mm.
even within the construct of the music, where you had swing music, you
Mm-hmm.
know, You had, Louis Armstrong, then you had the big bands and the swing, and you had that, and then you had the hard bop era, you had the soft bop, cool jazz, modal jazz. It's always adapting,
Mm-hmm.
and that's why a lot of musicians will say, "Well, why don't you play what you played on that 1975?" I said, "Man, I'm not doing that. I'm doing this now." And that it's 'cause it's always about right now. And the beautiful thing about jazz is what people don't understand in terms of innovation is that we could play um, Love for Sale today. And then if we played it tonight, it's the same song, but the performance be different.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's about the communication, it's about the interpretation of the
Mm-hmm.
music, what you're feeling at that time.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe you between now when we play it and this evening, your girlfriend broke up with you. There'll be a little bit more blues in you,
Right.
a little more
Right.
melancholy. I mean, and that's the reality. That's not a cliche. That's not made up. That's real. You know.
That that's funny because when oftentimes um, when you're just listening to something, you have different feelings towards something based off of your life
Mm-hmm.
experience. Like I could be listening to like a down, like a beat that's not up,
Mm-hmm.
but it has like some a melancholy
Mm-hmm.
feel, and someone might be like, "Well, why are you playing that? That's
Yeah, you sad? What's wrong with you? Yeah,
yeah, yeah,
right,
yeah."
right.
But in my head, I'm like, "No, this is fun. This
It's
is
about reflection. I mean,
yeah."
again, so yeah, I mean that's what's great about it. I mean, and John Coltrane, um, he makes you feel something.
Mm-hmm.
You, whether you want to or not, and he has that effect on everybody. There's a great clip. Your emails on the card.
Yes,
I'll send it to you. George Benson did this interview 2 years ago.
I love George Benson.
Oh, he's brilliant too. Great story too. Yeah, it's a child prodigy. Playing on the street in Pittsburgh. It's a little boy at 7, 8 years old.
Really?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Listen, you're gonna have to you inspiring me.
You got to do your research. But George Benson in an interview, so the guy interviewer asks George, is there anybody that you wish you could have played with? He said, well, I don't know if I could have played with him, but man, I saw John Coltrane in Detroit, the Sonic Temple.
Mm,
He said, well, I didn't really see him. I could hear him. I
wow.
was walking in the ballroom. I could hear him. He said, man, I never heard anything like it. Man. It just took me over. But that's what Coltrane did to me. Wow, this okay. There's playing and there's playing. It's like, come on, this is this is like next level. But when you're a kid, you don't, you know, you're not there yet. So when I listened to Coltrane when I was like 21, I don't know about this. Then I was like 29. I'm like, oh, I get it.
Cause you've had
Maturity.
yeah.
Yeah, you can't hear it. You
Mm-hmm.
can't hear it, man, and it's okay.
That's
And that's why you
exact
gotta keep listening.
right. And then the interesting thing is music allows you to interpret things differently. And when you get, to a certain age,
Mm-hmm.
or it doesn't even have to be
Just
an age,
mental
mental, yeah, right.
perspective. Yeah.
Um, you're able to appreciate the different nuances
Mm-hmm.
that the music bring
Mm-hmm.
forth.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why that's one of the reasons why I'm going out trying to get more exposed to live jazz
Mm-hmm.
and just different people, because you meet so many fascinating
Yeah.
people like yourself.
Yeah. You meet some people. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. And I have friends that are musicians, and it's really it's interesting, And I had my podcast that I did. I interviewed this guitar player, and we're just talking about music. And one of my theories was that if you think about like Thelonious Monk, you familiar with Monk at all? Oh, you
I'm
got
not
to.
I'm not
You
not
got
good with names,
but
but
you gotta just I'll send you a couple things to listen to. But it's like these odd time signatures.
hmm
So you hear this at first, you're like, well, what is he doing? And then as you grow, because he and it's what Stevie Wonder did. the interventions, Stevie Wonder, in his mind, heard a sound, and he was trying to find a way to create the sound in his mind. And he met these two cats that had been working with the Moog synthesizer in New York,
Mhm.
and they had a studio above, like a store.
Mhm.
They go to the window one day, Stevie Wonder's down there, because they had a demo record of the Moog synthesizer, and he'd heard it. So these cats with this sound are in New York. I'm going to New York.
Mhm.
Steve Wonder. He's downstairs at the window trying to meet these guys. They were the ones that helped him with the programming, with everything to create that classic period of Stevie Wonder records. But Monk is hearing something that you and I don't hear,
Mhm.
but that's what he's playing. And so my question to this guitarist was, can you play something that you don't hear? No, no. And what happens is a lot of times people Coltrane's playing stuff you don't hear before, but they hear it, and that's the beauty. That's the gift of it.
It's interesting that you mentioned like um being able to manifest what's in your mind
Yeah,
because
and that's why
often
they're so eccentric.
right because um I've found myself hearing a tune or envisioning a
Mm-hmm.
tune, but I'm not an
Not a musician.
instrumental,
Right,
right?
right, right,
So
right, right.
so I can't really
Can
produce
articulate that.
that,
Right,
yeah.
right.
But to be able to do that is a
Oh,
masterful
it's
thing,
amazing.
and that's what leaves me in an awe because you can take something that's intangible and
Mm-hmm.
kind of make it,
Oh, you bring to life.
yeah.
Yeah, and that's really why so many musicians are quirky or weird or crazy.
Hmm.
Can you imagine hearing this? Like you can't escape that. It's in your mind. You gotta create it. You gotta figure out what that is. And so that's what you hear a lot. And that's the beauty of it, man. That these people are sharing ideas that have been gifted to them that we wouldn't have otherwise ever experienced. And
Hmm.
that's like, wow, man. I mean, you just have to be grateful that, you know, like Miles. I mean, Miles. People say, well, he doesn't have the chops of this guy, that guy. That wasn't what he was there for. Miles, first of all, was able to construct. I mean, not just the music, but the band, the right people to play with him.
Hmm.
When Coltrane left, he had Hank Mobley playing with him for a minute. And Hank Mobley's, they call him the middleweight champ. Great tenor player, but not the powerhouse that Coltrane was. And so Miles Mobley didn't play with Miles long because Miles, I don't hear it. It was no knock on him. It's just Miles is hearing something and wanting something that Hank was giving him. So he had to
Hmm.
get it. He had to get it. That's where Wayne Shorter came in.
Right, from somewhere else.
Yes, he had to get it, and he couldn't settle for that. So the beauty of Miles, if you just look at his technique and his playing, that's not the point. You know, it's the whole thing, the whole picture that he paints.
Mm.
You know, and that's what makes Miles great. And then the fact that what he innovated and he continued, he changed. I mean, what he played in the mid '50s, sketches in Spain, all that. He didn't play in the '50s. What he played in the early '60s, Tony Williams, Wayne Shorter, Ron Carter, Herbie Hancock. He didn't play in the late '60s. Bitches Brew, Electronic. He continuing to evolve. Prince, same way. Stevie continue. They don't. He didn't do once he did. Uh, you know, little hits that he had in the early '70s. He didn't go back and do that again. He did something else. They keep evolving, keep evolving, keep evolving. That's the beauty of it, man.
Mm.
And sometimes they evolve to the point where, okay, he lost me, and that's okay.
Yeah.
That's okay.
There's somebody who will,
Yeah, appreciate it. Yeah,
appreciate
yeah.
that. I think I that's I listen to some songs and the the tempo will be off or and I'm like,
Oh, and
okay,
that's what
let
Monk
me
has
try to fill it out.
unusual tempo, and sometimes that's why you can't say, "Oh, I'll play this for you." You say, "Well, I don't like that. Well, the thing is, you're not hearing it right now. You're not
Right.
feeling it. It's okay. Because I've had like listening to there's a serious called jazz. There's no announcer. It's just they just plays music,
Mm-hmm.
classic jazz. Just,
So station.
yeah, Sirius XM. And so it, you hear a song every now and then, like dang, and it's you see it's quite talented. I'm like, damn, I got that album. I never listened to. I didn't hear it like that. I
Right.
got to go back and hear it. You know,
Yeah.
it's like so that's part of it. You know, you're learning because it's a lot to take in. It's a lot.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm finding.
These guys were masters, masters. It's like Wynton Marsalis said. He played with the great Art Blakey jazz messengers. He's like
Mm-hmm.
19, 20 years old. And his father, you know, is a musician, taught music, all these great artists. He were his students coming up. Okay. So Wynton goes, starts traveling with the great Art Blakey, man. Comes home. His father said, you know you still can't play. Now can you imagine? You
Doing
go on
all
the
of
road
that.
with Stevie Wonder, you play the bass with Stevie Wonder, you come home, your daddy say, no, you can't play.
That's
And if
funny.
you listen to Ellis Marcellus, any stream it, listen, it beautiful piano player. Unheralded. Nobody's ever heard of him. But maybe New Orleans people, but I'm just saying he's not McCoy Tyner, he's not Monk, he's not somebody like a big name, but he's a tremendous player. Oh man. Really one of my favorite piano players.
Okay.
Oh my
Okay.
God.
I'm definitely
Melodic,
gonna have to check him out.
beautiful. Um, just oh my God.
If you had to, so if you had to make a suggestion for the radio station,
Mhm.
if you was tuning in, what would you want to hear?
Oh, it depends. It depends on how I'm feeling. You know what I mean? It depends on how I'm feeling. I
Right.
mean, and there's certain things that you like when you hear Blakey, you're gonna hear. I mean, Wayne Shorter played with Blakey. Branford Marsalis played with Blakey. Ron Carter. A lot of people play with Blakey. So you're gonna hear great accompaniment musicians,
Mm-hmm.
but you're gonna get that signature Blakey, unbelievable drumming, like just Titanic drumming, and it's beautiful because you know it's him. But yeah, so that's one. Um, I mean, Wayne Shorter, you can't go wrong. Chick Corea, acoustic Chick Corea, especially. I know a lot of people like electric band and all that. I'm not a big fan of that, but his acoustic music, his last, I think 2020, had a solo album. Beautiful,
Mm.
beautiful.
Okay.
Might have been a trio. It was a trio, but yeah, beautiful.
Okay.
So there's so many people. I mean, I'm listening right now. Bill Evans trio in my car, right now. I mean, it's just so many. You know,
Sounds so familiar.
we
I'll
played with
have to go.
Miles, and it's just there's so much. I couldn't pick one. I couldn't pick
Okay.
one.
Fair. Fair.
If I had to like be on an island, it'd be John Coltrane. But there, I mean, just to like kind of randomly just pick, I couldn't pick one. There's so many.
Mm,
I mean, I love Dexter Gordon. That's why I got Dexter Gordon.
okay.
Um, I mean, I love Herbie Hancock. I love Wayne Shorter. I love so many people, and then others that we're not aware of, and they don't have names that I'm sure we would appreciate too if we were exposed to
I'm
it.
trying to incorporate more smaller artists on the show, because I'm finding that I'm like, man, this song is great. I'm surprised that it only has like 500 views or
Mhm.
so.
But people
Um,
don't know, and it's up to
yeah,
people like you to expose people because most people aren't gonna. They don't know. They're not gonna take the time to listen.
right,
I
right.
gotta get out of here. They're
Oh,
not gonna take the time to
yeah,
listen.
yeah. But
I
thank you.
appreciate you, man.
No, no,
I
thank
will.
you.
I'll check you out, and I'll send you some stuff.
All right,
Okay.
you
Take
take
care.
care.
All right.
Well, you heard it here. Someone who is steeped in jazz.